Good morning and welcome to Down to Dunk Podcast episode 941. You can find us on The Athletic and anywhere else you subscribe to your podcast. Go to theathletic.com/down-to-dunk and get The Athletic and gift a subscription for free. Buy one, gift one. Follow us on the Instagram and on YouTube. I am Luke, joined today by Andrew.
I gotta say, I'm just fired up to be here today. It's pretty cool, pretty damn cool.
Taylor. Oh my God. How do you tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? Huh? You'll see one later and one in a while. Slam through.
Oh, God.
And Jay. It's Jay.
It's Jay. Just me and Tayshawn here today. That's all we got.
And Luke, obviously.
Dropping like flies out there. Hope everybody's doing all right. Today it's Friday. It's a great day. We're in the middle of the Thunder preseason. We're in between the Thunder playing the Chicago Bulls twice, which just feels unnecessary on so many levels, but it's gonna happen.
They're even doubling up on the preseason games.
Doubling up the preseason games at home to the Bulls twice.
Yeah, it's great.
Get to see Billy. The funniest thing, and I didn't mention this Wednesday about Billy Donovan, is he clearly hates wearing a mask and just kept taking it off during the game. And the times that he would take it off is the time that you need to wear it the most, which is when you yell. Takes it off to yell.
When you yell, when you're in a huddle, he needs his players to see his mouth, Andrew.
I guess.
If you can't see your coach's mouth, you don't really know how serious he's being.
Right. The other thing that I don't know if will be covered, so we're going to try to answer everybody's question today. Taylor and I will. We're going to try to go through every question. We are going to give you a Tayshawn's Factoid Fickery Mictory, and we're going to try to answer all your questions. I don't know that there's a question about this Clippers drama, though, which could be nothing, but it could be the biggest something that's happened in the NBA in a long, long time. So the TMZ reported earlier this week that there was a man that said that he helped deliver Kawhi Leonard to the Clippers, and they promised to pay him $2.5 million to make that happen. So he was feeding them information. He was apparently at this dinner where they decided everything with Jerry West and Kawhi, and he is suing Jerry West because he didn't get his money. So now the NBA deemed it worthy of an investigation. And if they find texts, emails, evidence that this is true, I mean, it just all comes down to, can they find a paper trail? Can they find actual evidence that this happened?
Jerry West does not leave paper trails, Andrew.
You're probably
been doing this for too long.
You're probably right. But if they do, the worst case scenario for the Clippers, which would be hilarious on so many levels, is they would have to void Kawhi's contract and he would become a free agent like immediately.
Okay, do you trust that the NBA would actually do that, though? I think it is in the league's best interest that Kawhi stays there.
If this were David Stern, I would say yes, this could definitely happen. Because it's Adam Silver, there's absolutely no chance this would ever happen because it's Adam Silver. Adam Silver doesn't hardly find guys. Yeah. So I don't think anything will happen with it, but just something to keep an eye on.
And the league, as much as they say, as much as they talk about how ratings don't matter or whatever, they do matter. I mean, especially right now, TV ratings matter.
Yep.
And so you want the stars in the bigger markets that have the larger TV contracts, that LA being the number one, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know who could sign him right now outright?
The Knicks.
The New York Knicks.
Oh my God.
So
You know what? My
Oh,
tune might change on this. My
the Julius Randle Kawhi Leonard combo is gonna just wreck the East.
That's gonna be crazy, man. New Knicks Nets rivalry.
For real. Yeah, that'll never happen. But it's just really fun to think about.
Could Kawhi take the Knicks to the finals?
Not that Knicks team.
Obi Tops?
Obi? Frankie
Smokes?
Yeah, no way. A little bit says that he's really hoping that someday that we can do another live pod after this virus has passed. I would love to. It would be wonderful.
We really would love to because it's fun for us. We get a lot of free food and free drinks usually.
This is true. Good afternoon from Greece, Taylor.
From Greece. Wow.
Thanks for listening.
I was going to try to pronounce that name, but I am not.
Christos, and I'll stop there. Thanks for listening, Christos. So we're going to try to answer all your questions, but first.
John's factoid figure inventory. John's factoid figure inventory.
I wanted to talk about Shaq, and this is a personal thing.
This is great. Yeah.
You're a big Shaq man, but I wanted to see if you knew some of these stories, and maybe we can share some stories. But the reason I want to share some good Shaq stories, like of how he's a good person, is because I forget. Because the TNT broadcast, I just feel like he's never been good at it, and he seems kind of cranky. He seems like a bully.
Yeah.
And I just don't. Huh?
Like Shaq is a bully.
Yeah, but I just don't like him on there. So I want to.
Yeah.
Jeff Pearlman wrote a book called The 3 Ring Circus. And in there, he has a lot of stories about Shaq being a really good teammate, essentially, because he's comparing how Kobe was not a good teammate.
Yeah.
And Shaq was great. And what Shaq would do is every time there was a rookie, he would often take rookies out and buy them all new wardrobes, nice suits, whatever. If you search Shaq pays for funeral, he's paid for so many random funerals over the last 30 years. He just pays for funerals. Also, the best part is when Mark Madsen was on the Lakers. Mark Madsen is Mormon, okay? And so Shaq, when he figured out that Mark Madsen was looking for a Mormon woman to marry and that he wouldn't like really be dating around like some of the other guys would, he started every time they'd go out, if there was a new woman working on their airplane, and this seems a little maybe a little crossing the line, he would ask her, "Hey, are you Mormon? This is my friend Mark, are you Mormon?" And whenever they were out in different cities, he would just stop beautiful women and say, "Hey, this is Mark, are you Mormon?" And was trying to find him a Mormon wife. And I think that's strange and probably crossing a line, but also nice.
Did it work?
No, it didn't work. Mark Madsen, I actually looked into this. Mark Madsen just got married 4 years ago. It took him a long time to find his Mormon mommy.
I was hoping that this is going to end up being that he asked some lady on an airplane. She was Mormon and they got married.
That would be amazing. But yeah. I don't think Shaq like really understood the situation, because unless you're in Salt Lake City, I don't think a random person is likely to be Mormon.
It's unlikely. And I feel like that's more of Shaq just messing with him, though.
But it sounds nice, too.
It could potentially be nice, but it's probably just more of him messing with Mark Madsen.
Probably. Mark Madsen talks about it in very endearing fashion.
He does, yeah. I'm sure it's Shaq. I mean, he's Mark Madsen. Like, Mark Madsen, cool.
Okay, so do you have any good Shaq stories?
I mean, I have my personal Shaq story that I could tell.
You can do it.
I don't know I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people have heard it if you're listening to the pod. I'll try to tell the abbreviated version. So it was my senior year of college, I think, 2008, 2009. My wife, who's not my wife, my fiance, called me and said, "Hey, Shaq is going to be at this church, and he's going to be doing this speech for Feed the Children. And if you bring peanut butter, you can go see it." Go. That sounds weird. I don't even know if that sounds real. Is that real? So find out. Yes, it's real. And there's a contest. Whoever brings the most peanut butter gets to meet Shaq, gets to fly out to Phoenix, gets a Taylor.
Sorry, my baby.
Gets a free signed Shaq jersey, all this kind of stuff. And so I'm like, great. I need to get as much peanut butter as humanly possible. So I sent out at the time, like Facebook was a thing. There's definitely no Twitter. There was nothing like that. But even emails, sending out emails to people that, hey, I'd love to meet Shaq. I've always wanted to meet Shaq. Can you help me do this? And so I ended up getting 535 jars of peanut butter, most of which was from Aldi, because I found out it was the cheapest peanut butter. And at the time, like the return policies at Walmart were like barely anything. And
Hold on, you spent your own money on getting this peanut butter?
Most of it was people bringing me peanut butter. I would take the peanut butter that people brought me, take it back to Walmart, get cash, get enough cash to go buy out Aldi.
Oh, because maybe like if someone brought you Skippy or like Jif, you could get 2 jars of Aldi peanut butter for that one.
Some people bring me like these like big jars of Jif, and that's worth 3 or 4 jars at Aldi.
Oh.
So I would just walk out of Aldi with just these pallets of peanut butter.
Dang.
Ended up with 535 jars of peanut butter, won the contest, floated up to the stage to meet Shaq. It was incredible. Got to meet him. They flew me and my dad out to Phoenix. We watched the Suns and Spurs play. It was amazing.
Wow. So you met him. Was he nice to you?
Yeah. He gave me a bro shake.
A bro shake? What's that?
Like, just like, what up, bro? Give me a
handshake. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. And then a shake.
Yeah.
So he called you bro, and then he gave you a shake.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he ask you to be Mark Madsen's wife?
He said, "Are you Mormon?" Because this is.
I don't know why I wanted to talk about Shaq. I think this was more for me because I want to see him as greater than the TNT broadcast version of him is. So I think this is just kind of a washing over of older stories,
Oh yeah.
So thank you.
Take John's factoid bigger in victory. Take John's factoid bigger in victory.
And now we're going to take a short break. And now we're back.
Questions.
We're going to go through as many of these Twitter questions as we can. Hello, White Black from Morocco. Wow. Good morning from Morocco. Amazing.
Wow.
Let's see. @_ OKC MVP. What known losers would Andrew be okay with on the team to ensure Pressie's master plan comes to fruition? Most known losers I'd be okay with. I would not. We could go over the guys that I'm not wanting to welcome to Oklahoma City. I would not be okay with welcoming Reggie Jackson back to Oklahoma City.
Absolutely not. He's done. Yeah. He's done. When he cried because he was so relieved to not be in OKC anymore, you cut off, kid.
He threw up on the bench because he was so nervous. Good job.
Remember when he was sick and then he did a windmill dunk at practice in front of all the media?
Yeah, he was hurt. He's on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, never him. And then most probably all other known losers, like Lou Williams, could very easily become a Thunder player, and I would welcome him with open arms.
Mm-hmm.
Have him take some shots. It's cool.
Could these be for these known losers, because it gets kind of dangerous with some of them, right? You may accidentally stumble into a TJ Warren situation where he's figured out he can score 50 points 4 games in a row.
Yeah.
That's a problem. So you have to make sure you've traded all the other good players on the team. For a known loser to come here, Horford can't be here, Hill can't be here.
Yeah.
SGA can't be here.
Well, here's why. I mean, TJ Warren, I wouldn't want him because his loserness would rub off on guys like Poku and Bays and Shea. One, he would be taking shots from them, and then two, you have no choice but to just incorporate the bad habits into your own game once you witness it. So I want to keep him.
So powerful.
He's so powerful. I want to keep him
so stinky.
So terrible.
It's like Subway. You walk into a Subway for 10 seconds, you smell like Subway the rest of the day. You watch TJ Warren play basketball, you play like that the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's true. It's horrible. I watched it. I can't stop. I'm taking mid-range jumpers every day.
Andrew's dropping 50 on his kids at home now.
We're getting a basketball goal for Christmas. Don't tell my kids. Don't
say it out loud.
Well, they can't hear me. But we're getting one, and I'm very excited about it. About to teach Warren on them all day.
Oh, you're about to teach these sons, literally, how to play basketball. Wave Papaidon. That can't be right. I'm so sorry. What value does a short 2 guard with absolutely no offensive talent provide to a team trying to lose? And after what we saw Wednesday night, how do you feel about Baisley's ceiling as much more than a 3 and D4? So is he talking about Lou Dort?
I think he's talking about Lou Dort.
Well, so what value does he provide to a team that is trying to lose?
He's missing shots.
That's what I was going to say. If he has no offensive game, that's very helpful to a team that's trying to lose.
Yeah, I mean, Lou's going to have games where he makes shots, and he's going to have games where he goes over. And those are obviously the extremes that you're going to go to most of the night. I mean, he's probably going to be a 29 to 30% three-point shooter. That's what he'll be. Mm-hmm. Probably what he is. He maybe can improve that throughout the years, but it takes some time to get there. So I don't know. I wouldn't bring a ton of judgment on Lou after that game against the Bulls. He may come out tonight and score 15 points. It's totally possible. So no, I mean, there's no real judgment there. I mean, he is a talented player. He provides value on the defensive end. For a team that's trying to lose, I mean, honestly, does it really matter who these guys are and what their roles are? They know that they've got a talented guy. At best, he's a guy that sticks around and helps, and then perhaps he's just a future trade chip as well. Maybe you get to the end of his contract and you're still not where you want to be as a franchise, and maybe you flip him. So I wouldn't worry too much about it, though.
Hoops Talk 69 says, I'm old enough to remember Lou scoring 30 in Game 7. And I was thinking about this yesterday. What if that was like when Corey Brewer scored 50? You know? It's like he did it once, and years later, he's like, well, what's he done since? One time he scored 50, and it's shocking, isn't it? Can't hear you.
I asked the question, is that going to be his career high? Is that his playoff career high? Did we witness it already?
So did Terrence Ross score 51 his rookie year? Was that his rookie year or second year?
I don't know.
It was very early in his career.
Yeah, it was early. Yeah. Career high.
Career high.
You can go ahead and say it. His career's not done. Career high.
Yeah.
That could easily be Lou Dort's playoff career high. You know,
Just because,
probably is.
and you have to think about, will he ever get that many shots that open ever again? Will that situation ever be presented?
They'll be open, but hopefully we won't have a coach that will allow such things to happen.
Flobby Dagnuts.
Flobby Dagnuts is not going to let that happen.
Are you calling him Coach Dagnalt or Coach Dag? Or Mark?
I have called him Coach. I am trying my best to not say their names in the press conferences, though, because everybody's doing it, and you feel obligated to do it now. Like we're talking to, Shay, could you tell me?
Hey, my buddy Shay.
Serious, could you tell me? And it's just okay. We could only be talking to one person because there's only one person on the screen. So I'm trying to steer clear of the name. So I don't know what I call him yet.
Okay. Well, please let me know. I've been in text. I'm just calling him Coach Dag.
Yeah, Coach Dag. I'm horrified that I might call him Marcus if I ever see him. So at corner tray 3, does Shea have the demeanor to be a vocal leader of the team, or is that even necessary? He seems pretty quiet or shy last year. Thanks.
Oh, it's not necessary this year, but maybe for the future.
Yeah, I mean, Shea's going to have to, and this has been a point of contention on Twitter and on the pod and everywhere for me. Even I was on the radio the other night. They were asking me about this. Ideally, Shea is not the best player on the team. He's got to improve a lot to get there. Let's say that. To be the guy that the Thunder need him to be, he's got to be a lot better than he is today. And to his credit, he has been really good so far. Like, he looked really, really good against the Bulls. It's great. But he's got to be a first ballot Hall of Fame type of player to be the guy the Thunder want him to be. So I don't know that it matters that he's the vocal leader. I honestly wouldn't worry about that. I mean, ideally you could get a guy like Cade Cunningham to come in and be the vocal leader. And like, he truly is a vocal leader. Like, you watch him play with the Cowboys and he is leading that team. That is not a good college basketball team, and he's led them to a lot of wins already. So that's the kind of guy that you want to be your vocal leader. I am honestly seeing Shea step into that a little bit more this year. He's not shy. He's not that same guy that he was when he first got to Oklahoma City a year ago. He's a lot different, and you can see him kind of coming into his own. So, 1, probably doesn't matter if he is. 2, he kind of is becoming that. So that's the answer. He's definitely not as shy. I think that he learned a lot from Chris Paul last year.
It's Hoopsock69 saying, can James Harden be the guy? Because I think SGA can reach that level of player. So I think he's speaking to Harden clearly not being a very good vocal leader of his team.
A leader of any quality.
Yeah. You know? So really, Hoopstock, I don't know what you're saying. So you're saying this is kind of a diss then? Oh, you're dissing SGA.
It's kind of a diss, but he's more probably dissing Harden, asking if Harden can be the guy, like James Harden, like one of the top 5 players in the NBA.
The next level of the next evolution of Harden's game, being a good leader.
He'll get there. Don't worry.
I still got a lot of game to grow into.
He's been doing trust falls every day. He's trying to become a leader.
It's kind of sad on Reddit. There's a lot of Rockets fans that are like, man, Christian Wood looks like he's built to be a pick and roll partner with Harden.
Yeah.
And they're all just, he's so much better than Capella. It's amazing. He's perfect for Harden. This is so sad. Harden's going to leave this perfect partnership. Christian Wood.
He looked pretty good. Did you see him?
I mean, he looks good. Yeah, he does look good.
He looks pretty good. I don't know. I got to see real. We got to see real ball. We're gonna see. We get to see Christian Wood next week against Al Horford.
I can't wait. But if you're Harden, you're like, should I stay with Christian Wood or go play with Embiid?
Or with Kevin Durant.
and Kyrie.
What should I do?
Just think about it. He's better than Capella.
At Rossby, who is the most overrated player in the NBA? Who is the most underrated player in the NBA?
Overrated.
Any thoughts?
Oh, I think Kawhi's probably overrated at this point.
Whoa! Finals MVP overrated?
Not last year he wasn't.
Franchises. I mean, to me, the easy answer is Paul George.
But that's that's obvious. Kawhi had just as bad a last couple games as Paul George. Maybe worse.
Yeah, he's physically he's breaking down a little bit too. Or maybe the stress of getting his buddy paid $2.5 million is just too much to carry.
I don't even understand this story. Because why do you need to pay some guy $2.5 million to help you get Kawhi Leonard?
He came to them saying like, "Hey, I know exactly how you can get Kawhi. Like, first, you need to go get Paul George. Second, you need to do this, this, and this. This is what you need to say to him. This is how you're going to get him."
Yeah, it still just doesn't make sense to me.
That's the story. That's the story. Overrated. Kyrie Irving, most overrated player in the NBA.
He's pretty overrated. I don't know though. He's not considered top 10. I don't know. He might be properly rated. He's just a popular player.
He's very popular. That is definitely a thing with him. Who else is overrated?
I'm trying to think of guys that are talked about. I don't think anyone's really overrated right now. Maybe there's a smart guy that's overrated. Maybe we're thinking too high.
Yeah. SGA.
SGA overrated. Yep. Completely overrated. Baisley probably overrated.
Yeah, probably every Thunder player overrated in our hearts and minds. Caltran, shout out from Melbourne. Wow. That's awesome. Okay, next question. At
the Gold Coast.
Secret Anked PP. Should we be hopeful about the NBA investigating a guy suing Jerry West and Kawhi? Hopeful? Yes. Thinking about if it could actually happen? Probably not. At Mookie, name something in your life that is as certain as Hami shooting us to the #1 draft pick.
Wow. Something that is as certain is me somehow eating food of some Asian variety. 3 times a week. Definitely. And unfortunately, that does include Panda Express. 2 or 3 of the total of 3 times per week.
Really?
I'm eating a lot of Panda Express, dude. I mean, it's an every Wednesday lunch thing. And it's probably happening 1 or 2 other times during the week as well. It's kind of embarrassing. But
the thing for you is this only because you have a man bun now?
Is it a man bun? I can't bun it. It's just like a ponytail. It's like a half ponytail. I'd get the back up if I could, bro.
A partial pony?
A partial pons.
I mean, as certain as me drinking 5 cups of coffee every day. Yeah.
Dang, you're up to 5? That's almost grandpa levels.
Yeah, I'm just sipping coffee all morning.
Dude, that is grandpa levels of coffee.
From now till lunch, we'll be just sipping coffee. Let's see. At Implicit Storm, have you ever broken your phone?
Yep.
Yep. Definitely broken my phone before.
Yep.
At Malalu Diallo, since Steven, who is always the obvious answer, is gone, which new Thunder player would you want to be trapped on a desert island with?
Not Baisley.
No, like Baze, if you went off of Baze's online personality, it would definitely be Baze.
Yeah. But
I mean, maybe if he doesn't know that you're part of the media, maybe you would be cool. though.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he gets real reserved around the media.
That's a good way to say it.
You know who is just incredibly pleasant?
George Hill,
Mike Muscala.
Mike Muscala.
He's
Yeah.
outrageously pleasant. He'd be a fun guy to be. I mean, legitimately could be friends. Like, really great guy.
Maybe you will be.
Perhaps we will be. Maybe he sticks around. He's a good guy. And then you go through the rest of the roster. Like, stop me when you think that there's a possibility of you wanting to be trapped on a desert island with this human person.
Poku, no way.
Isaiah Rowe.
No.
Admiral Schofield.
No.
Moses Brown.
No.
TJ Leaf.
No. Hell, I would kill his ass on the first day and eat him, and I'd survive.
Lou Dort. Maybe Lou Dort.
Yeah. Yeah, Lou Dort would be good.
Trevor Ariza.
No.
Teo.
I guess.
Justin Jackson.
Yeah, he seems nice. I mean, he's, in your words, in Andrew's words, he super sucks at basketball.
He does. He super sucks. George Hill.
Yeah. George Hill would be great.
Yeah. Of the guys that are probably sticking around, Al Horford would probably also be nice.
Yeah.
Just a pleasant gentleman.
The shelter you'd have to build for these guys, though, is too much.
They build their own
Think
shelter, Mike Muscala.
Huh?
Build your own shelter, Mike Muscala.
No. You have to get body heat in the nights, dude. You gotta lay next to each other. Or have you not been thinking of it that way?
No, I guess then you really would want Mike Muscala or Al Horford. You definitely wouldn't want Poku. Like, Poku's not keeping you warm at night.
No, that bag of bones. That's like me trying to keep a bag of bones warm.
At Austin_35, who will be the first member of Down to Dunk to want to abandon the tank and just be competent with being a relevant and competitive franchise going forward?
I'm
Isn't
gonna
it easily Jay?
Yeah, I was gonna say Jay.
Jay's
Because
so
Jay
competitive.
And he can talk himself into something working.
Yeah.
I can see it happening.
Yeah. I think it's definitely Jay. If
He's the biggest optimist of the podcast, as far as his Thunder fandom goes.
If this takes 4 years or something, then yeah, like I think Jay could just be like, guys, I just want to see winning basketball again,
4 years?
I don't know, man.
God, this sounds like back in March when they're like, yeah, this could easily go through winter, and you're like, there's just no way.
How could we possibly get to winter and this still be happening?
There's just no way this is going to be more than 3 weeks.
Just,
that's what you just made me feel like with the tank. Because I'm thinking, okay, I can take it a year at a time. 1 year, good to go.
I don't think it'll take 4 years, but I'm just saying it could take 4 years.
It could take longer than that.
It could take decades. No,
it really could. Okay.
Just forget there. At Tanking Thunder, is having a competent point guard or undervalued? I thought I said okay. Yeah, is having a competent point guard undervalued?
I guess, but who's trying to not have a competent point guard because they don't value it?
The Clippers? Do they have a point guard?
Wait, I thought they got one though.
I mean, Patrick Beverly is their point guard. He's competent.
He's competent.
Not really a point guard though.
No.
That's the thing. Teams, they don't have really any passers.
Yeah, that's true.
Is Luke Kennard the best passer on the Clippers?
I couldn't even tell you because I haven't watched enough of him to know how good he is. Honestly, Kawhi is a really good passer.
He's a pretty good passer. He's not a really good passer.
When he wants to pass, he's a good passer. This is the thing with passing too, is you see what guys are capable of in some games when they just click in and they want to do that. And that's what makes LeBron so incredible, is he doesn't really have to decide, okay, I'm going to be a playmaker this game or a scorer this game. He is literally all of it every single game. And it's really wild because you compare him to the other best players and they have to make a concerted effort to play certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
When you're that talented as Kawhi is, I mean, is he a top 3 ISO player in the league right now?
Probably so. Yeah. I mean, he can get to his spot whenever he wants and hit that.
Whenever he wants.
And that's
over anyone.
funny. Yeah. Let's see. This is from at Tim Gatch. Thoughts on the Teo, Dort, Hami, Poku, Roby lineup?
Love it. The key to success and reward.
This is how we get to draft lottery night and have a chance, have a real chance, have our 14% chance. That's how you get there. From at P_Artham. Does Poku have the longest leash and greenest light of any Thunder player ever?
I'll say this, but I don't think it's a coach thing. Sometimes the ball just finds the player. Sometimes you got a player, the ball just gravitates to them.
Yeah.
I think that's the case.
I hope that he continues to get minutes because he's going to have to learn how to play somehow, and it's just through getting experience against high-level competition. Because, I mean, he's played against the Bulls and the Spurs, both not good teams, the best competition he's ever played against in his whole life.
Yeah.
So
if you think of it that way, 2 of 11, pretty good.
You know what? Some people are kind of down on his performance against the Bulls. I actually liked it because he was trying different stuff. He wasn't just jacking it immediately. He wasn't just getting the ball and just throwing it up. He was driving and he was trying to find guys. He found Moses Brown twice for assists. He was blocking shots. He was trying to do other stuff.
Yeah.
He is going to just struggle. If he's going to become a good NBA player, he's going to have some real growing pains, both physically and mentally. But he's got the talent is undeniable. The fact that he can grab a board, look up, and dribble up the court and make decisions, like that's a big deal at his size. So the Thunder definitely give him a long leash and a green light. Just, hey, like go play your game.
And, you know, sometimes you get these rookies that have high potential. And even in preseason games, they can't even get, 5 shots up. They can't even figure out how to get shots up or what to do. And Alexei, he's going for it.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. I do think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Being that talented and being able to just say, okay, I'm just going to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see. From at P_Artham again. If you had to have an 8-man rotation lineup from this team and you didn't know the opponent, which 8 would you choose?
Say it again. I don't understand things
Best
today.
8-man rotation.
Okay, for the Thunder. SGA, Dort, Horford, Baisley. Who's going to be that 3 spot?
I think George Hill will get that spot.
Okay. Yeah.
I think George Hill will get that spot. I don't think Justin Jackson should have that spot.
Nope. He's not making the 8-man team.
No. He better not.
So if you're really trying to win,
3 guys off the bench. George Hill is definitely on there. Teo, I think, is a part of that. And then you got to pick 2 more guys off the bench. This is where it becomes kind of dicey.
If we're really trying to win and Ariza is in, I'm picking Ariza.
No Ariza.
Okay.
We haven't seen him in a Thunder jersey yet. Mike Muscala is probably the next guy. Mike Muscala, he's an NBA player. He just is.
He really is. I was watching him, the other game against San Antonio, and he was just nailing those jumpers. But so comfortably and like it's nothing.
Yeah, he can shoot. Can really shoot. So other options for our last guy. Let's see. Poku. Not if you're trying to win a game, I don't think.
I think so.
Not if you're trying to win a game. Frank Jackson?
I guess.
Like he's just your average NBA player, right?
Yeah.
He's just like pretty good, like pretty good athlete, like pretty good off the dribble, pretty good in the pick and roll, pretty good shooter. So maybe it's
Darius Miller.
Darius Miller hadn't played. He's like the idea of Darius Miller, is what you're saying?
Yeah, he's on the roster.
Yeah. He's coming back from an Achilles, though.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I think it's probably Frank Jackson, or you just roll the dice with Poku and just see and just say, all right, let's see what you can do, big guy, skinny guy.
Bag of bones. Get on out there, you bag of bones.
At TBray87, I know it's early, but would you rather have the number 1 pick in next year's draft, or 2 picks in the top 10, like 3 and 9, for example?
I think 3 and 9. I think number 1.
Give me the number 1 pick.
You might get 2 number 1 picks with the 3 and 9 in this draft, though.
I don't know. Give me what I know. I know Cade Cunningham's going to be a boss in the NBA.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me that, because the 9th pick, the further you slide down, the less likely that guy turns into an All NBA or Hall of Fame type of player. Number 1 picks, sure, some of them have not been good. Anthony Edwards, for example, we can already probably call that one. But Cade is going to be special. So give me Cade. It would be great to have multiple building blocks in the next draft. Yes, that'd be wonderful. If you can get 2 guys that are all-star caliber players, wonderful. Your timeline is bumped up significantly. But if you can get Cade and pair him with Shea and with Baisley, that's really nice. And then if Poku becomes anything, if Maladon becomes anything, like you're on your way. You've got got a young core, and then maybe you can kind of do what they did with Russ and KD, is that you go and you're terrible another year, but you know what you have, and then you add that next piece, which was the James Harden piece, and then if they can get Cade Cunningham in the draft, which is a huge if. The odds are very much against getting the number 1 pick for the Thunder, especially today with the team that they have today. It's more likely that they don't get it, obviously. If they were to somehow get that, and you have 2 real building blocks in Cade and Shea, and then you can go into the next season with a little bit more certainty as to what you're doing and where you're going.
So that's interesting, because I don't know if, maybe 2 months ago you would have counted SGA as a building block. I think you think of him as he could be one of the better players on a really good team. But I don't know if, like we talk about Cade and pairing him with SGA, is that what you want? It could be.
Why not? It's very the way
Hey, you're bugging out. Andrew, you're bugging out. Okay. Hey, y'all. This is Taylor. Ask me anything.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, hey, man.
Hey. I was just saying that the Thunder would like to move forward as like a very positionless team. And Cade could be a huge part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a huge part of that. Hey, people that tell me to get better internet, I am trying. The neighborhood that I live in does not have great internet service. Doing the very best I can. Promise.
This morning, we were late to start the pod because Andrew had to restart his internet. He has to drive out to the tower,
It's true.
climb up it, find his house's like input, unplug it, and put it back in.
It's true. It's true. So it's quite a process. At Maters 918, can we take George Hill to the trade machine?
Please.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's definitely some trade locations that make a lot of sense for him. And his contract is pretty easy to move. We'll say that. It's pretty easy to move. It's under $10 million. I think that you can get him to pretty much any place that you would like. So let's take him to the trade machine. I think the trade that makes the most sense, and we discussed this a little bit earlier, is trading him to the Clippers. That the Clippers could really, really use George Hill, right? And the trade is very simple. It's George Hill for Lou Williams. The Thunder save a little bit of money. You give them, they're going to have to give up some picks. They've got some pretty good second round picks. They've got, give me both of these Detroit picks, these Detroit second rounders, because I think Detroit will be bad forever. Why does that fail? This trader was on the Clippers tax. Oh, they're over the apron. They're hard capped. Shoot. Never mind.
Never mind. Not happening.
They're going to have to, then they could just give us another small contract.
Yeah.
To get there.
Give us Daniel Oturu.
Yeah. Or, I mean, I would ask for Kevin Gele. Is what I would ask for.
Yeah.
I don't know if Kevin Gele is good, but I'd sure like to see if he is.
He looks like he's not bad.
Yeah. Kevin Gele and Williams and those 2 second rounders for George Hill. I think that's a deal that makes total sense for both teams. I mean, the Clippers need George Hill.
Yeah. But do you think they're really giving up that much when they already have 2? I know Reggie Jackson sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they'll still, if you're the Clippers, wouldn't you still try to like ride it out with Reggie Jackson, then give up 4 assets for 1?
Trying to win the title this year.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you. You think they're just not going to play Reggie, though, if they get George Hill?
Yeah. Hopefully you just never have to play Reggie Jackson ever.
It makes sense.
I mean, that would be the ideal scenario.
Yeah.
I'd love to get him to the Sixers. I don't think that there's a deal. That's one of the things with the Sixers that they don't really have a good spot for him. The Celtics is kind of the same way. He'd be great for the Lakers. He'd be great for the Nuggets. He'd be great for Utah. I mean, send him back to Utah. He's played in Utah before. Mavs. I mean, there's tons of teams that make sense for him. You're not going to get a ton back for him. You're just not. The Warriors could use more competent players, like guys that know how to play basketball. I don't know if there's a deal like Kevon Looney. You could probably do Kevon Looney and Kent Bazemore and get there. And then you're going to need an asset back from them. Minnesota's second round pick in 2021. That's a nice pick for George Hill. I don't know if that gets us quite there, and I'm not sure what the situation is. Yeah. It's trade restricted. You can't trade Kent Bazemore right now. But I would say that George Hill is not going to be difficult to trade. So I wouldn't worry about that at all. I think that he's definitely has a easily movable contract. At L Crossland 44, higher ceiling, Baisley or Poku?
Higher ceiling. I think you have to say Poku.
It's probably right.
Who do you think is more likely to get to that place though? I've got to say Baisley.
Baze is already really good. He's already super good. He was awesome the other night. I was
He really was.
impressed. That mid-range jumper that he just dribbled into, pull up like it was nothing.
He just has a lot more. You can tell he has such a varied skill set and such a wide variety of things he can do. And even defensively. And that's something you don't really see with now. Poku's 18 and we've watched 2 preseason games. But so far, he doesn't seem to have good timing on the shot block. Why isn't he protecting the rim?
He's got a ways to go. He's got a lot of development.
But his ceiling,
he's got a high ceiling.
It's godly.
Yeah.
He's a god.
I think Baisley is going to surprise some people this year. I think he's going to be very good. At _CL12 _ 2 questions. Who is a better player, T Ferg with Poku's confidence or current Poku?
Wow. I think you got to say, I think T Ferg with Poku's confidence is better. That's one thing that was so frustrating about Ferguson is you did see flashes of him being, well, not even flashes, but he was a consistently very good defender. Yeah. But you saw flashes of shooting and even what his athletic ability was. So if he was just confident and didn't have, if he could only focus 100% on basketball day to day, I think it would have been a different story with him.
I still think it's Poku. I don't think Ferg has the ability to put the ball on the floor. I'm not.
Wow, Poku's better right now.
Hold on just 1 second. I have no idea. They're doing something across the street. We've got some action across the street here.
What happened?
I don't know. There's just some
action.
There's some big time machinery across the street. They're like almost in our driveway though. We're like, what's going on? And we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, I think current Poku's better. He can dribble. He can shoot.
Wow.
Ferg is a fine defender. I'm out. I'm just completely out. Is Hami a known loser? Is question number 2.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's
the most important player to this team this year.
Yeah, he's the number 1 guy in the Thunder.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's the number 1. He is our favorite player now. Down to Dunk's favorite player on the Thunder, Hamidou Diallo.
Yeah, he's our guy. At Arthur Rules. Pokemon usually have 1 or 2 evolutions and get better each level. After
True.
2 preseason looks, do you think Pokemon is eventually going to have 2 evolutions and abilities or cap out at 1? For example, 2 levels would be probably making him someone like Dirk in his final form.
His final form.
Man, to get to a Dirk, I mean, if he became as good as Dirk Nowitzki,
that'd be unbelievable.
That would be wild.
What pick was Dirk?
He was like the 9th pick, I think. Something like that.
It wasn't like he was. This wasn't like a Porzingis situation. Everyone was like, "Oh, you got to get this guy. He might be the number 1 pick." He was really good coming into the draft.
Yeah. I mean, and also the like European players, like the landscape was just different back then.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows where Dirk would have gone if he was like in the draft today. I would his second tweet says, please overreact to our minimal information on him. So
I mean, if we're overreacting, he could Dirk is his final form. He's 18.
I'll say this. He could be better than Dirk in his final form. Dirk couldn't handle like this. Dirk, Dirk wasn't the passer that Poku is.
Wow.
So I would say his final form is a taller, skinnier LeBron James, right?
Yeah. I mean, Dirk definitely never developed the ball handling skills that Poku has currently.
Yeah. He was never the point guard for the Mavs, in which I could see Poku being the point guard for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yep.
Leading them down the stretch in the NBA Finals, hitting a game winner, Game 7, against the Philadelphia 76ers, winning the title, and dunking on Terrence Ferguson.
Terrence Ferguson's still in the league at that point. He got something figured out.
At Thunder_Scoop, with the success of the Poku song, should we now have Luke make a song or drop for every single Thunder player on the roster? We get to make this decision without Luke.
I'd love if we could control Luke's creativity. Unfortunately, something really has to strike home with him.
Yeah.
To really get that juice out,
It's that's exactly right. Hopefully we can get some more out of him, because we've gotten 2 really great songs. Amy was like, are you guys making an album? Is that what you guys are doing?
Luke has been wanting us to make an album for a long time. A
Christmas album, but we could do a Thunder album, right?
But is Isaiah Roby gonna inspire Luke to do something good? He's not doing it.
Even if it did, I wouldn't allow it.
No.
Absolutely not. At the Frozen Okie wants to know, why have I heard cereal ads on multiple other Athletic Network podcasts, but not on Down to Dunk? Is this Andrew standing on principle and refusing to endorse a product that he thinks is horrible?
Yes.
How could it possibly be good? So I probably should stop.
I was really wanting you to go into it. But what would be funny is you do this and it'd be fine because they're not a sponsor on this episode. The next episode, they would become a sponsor and you would just speak so glowingly.
Yeah, I need to stop. Miguel Davila wants to know, who would win in a full court one-on-one match between Poku and Bol?
Now that's a freak show.
It is. I'd like to see probably Bol at this point. I mean, he's had more experience. Like, he played in college, right? Even for a limited amount of time. Like, he's just had more experiences than Poku has.
Bol is, I mean, if he keeps developing the way he has shown, he's sick.
He's sick. And he's probably...
And he's dying.
He's a foot injury just waiting to happen, though. He just feels like a guy that is going to break his foot multiple times. Let's see. And Poku doesn't really strike me as that, because Bol is definitely a big.
I was just thinking about that. I was like, why does Poku not say injury to me?
Because he's not. He's a wing or a guard, is what he is, and he moves that way. When you look at him on the court, I don't know if it's because of his posture or whatever it is, but he doesn't look 7 feet.
No.
When you look at Bol, you're like, oh my gosh, that guy he's huge. Poku doesn't strike me that way. Even seeing him in person the other night, it didn't really strike me as like, wow, this guy's 7 feet tall. He's huge. He looks like a wing. He looks like a guard.
But that's what's so strange about watching his body on TV, because he's tall, but he's like a pencil. He's not wide, though. A lot of tall people have shoulders that come with it, and so they just look proportionately massive.
Yeah.
But he looks like your width but 7 foot, and
Yeah.
it looked freaky.
Yeah. I mean, Lou Dort looks massive.
Yeah,
Like he looks like a truck. And
the man's got a frame.
yeah, he's bigger. He's bigger than he was last year.
Dang.
That was something that was like, oh gosh, he's huge. At Zach Deeg, you have $100 you must bet on Rookie of the Year. How much are you putting on Teo to win? He's plus 4,500 on FanDuel. $100 will win you $4,500.
I mean, I'll put $50. I put $50 on it. $50 and I get like 22.50.
Yeah, he's not winning Rookie of the Year, but like
Worth it though. It's about odds, Andrew. You put money down on odds.
just
Okay.
flush
If you
that
got $50,
down the toilet.
listen, someone just gave me $50 to buy Nora a gift, but there's just a $50 bill over there. It has not been used yet. What's better? Buy Nora something that she's not even aware of, or potentially win 22.50.
You're not going to potentially win 20. You're not potentially going to do that. Let's see. Let me look at the odds. Let's look at the odds for Rookie of the Year and see what kind of bet you would actually want to make. LaMelo Ball is plus 390 to win Rookie of the Year.
By the way, he's looked really awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, he just looks fun.
Yeah. I think the Timberwolves should have taken him. Obi Toppin is number 2 at plus 440.
Oh, Jay. Immediately.
This website is whack because it has Bol Bol on here.
He doesn't get here. I'm looking at one.
Tyrese Halliburton plus 2,000.
This one has him at plus 1,500.
I'm on the wrong website. Let's go to the Action Network.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Yeah.
Look at us. We're some gambling guys.
Tyrese Halliburton plus 1,600 is pretty good.
Okay.
Even Patrick Williams plus 1,600. He was awesome. Oh, here's the one. Here's the bet. Here it is. I would put all $100 on this. Is Isaac Okoro plus 2,000.
Wow. He has looked really good, man. You were on it again.
Yeah, I think he could win. He could win it. Like he could actually win it. You talk about Maladon. Like Maladon's really fun. Like he's a good player. He won't win Rookie of the Year. He's not going to have the stats. But Okoro, he'll have the stats. He'll have a real shot at winning it.
And he's on a team because here's the thing with like Okoro and LaMelo Ball. If they can show out and get their team that's, people think they're going to be bad teams, right? If you're a rookie on a bad team, that's how you win Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
Tyreek, oh my God, what's his name? Kings.
Tyrese Halliburton.
No, I'm thinking.
Yes,
Tyreek Evans. Like Tyreek Evans, his best year was probably his rookie year on the Kings.
Yeah.
That can happen. That has like LaMelo Ball has serious that energy.
Yeah, definitely. Alexei Pokushevsky, you can bet plus 6,000 to win Rookie of the Year.
Throw 50 on it.
Throw 50 on it. Ooh, Malachi Flynn plus 10,000. He's gonna.
Ooh, I don't know who that is. Ooh, Desmond Bain. Ooh, Leandro Balmaro.
Yeah, there's no way. Balmaro's not even in the NBA. He's not even here.
Well, you're betting on him coming over and then doing really good.
Let's see. At Sam the Swindler, how many OKC fans turned to a life of piracy since it's so hard to watch the Thunder game this year? Am I really supposed to pay $130 a month for satellite service?
What is going to happen? I mean, you can just go to Reddit and find the games if you need to, but this is really strange.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because Thunder fans can't even watch these games. And maybe that's for the best. Maybe they know what's coming with the Thunder this season. They're like, guys, we're gonna do you a favor. Trust us.
But the Thunder cannot be happy about it.
How could you? Like, no one could be happy about it. It's a mess. Sinclair needs to get it together.
It's a mess. Yeah, but okay, so someone said League Pass is $119, but you can't watch your team on League Pass. They black it out.
Yeah, in market you can't.
In market, you cannot. So if you live outside of Oklahoma, it's great. But for all of us here, you have to get what? YouTube TV, I guess? Is it even on YouTube TV?
No, that's the thing. That's one of the things is that you can't get it on Hulu or YouTube TV. You could last year, but that's one of the biggest problems is that if you could get it on YouTube TV, great. It's affordable. It's a great service. I mean, I would have it right now if they had it, but they don't. Let's see. Oh, I lost it. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing on this. This is gonna be really fun.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Let's see. I'm trying to get everybody's questions answered today. Okay, back on track. At Miguel DeBella, what's next for L-Man's singing career? When is the album released? When will he drop the All I Want for Christmas is Poku track?
It's gonna happen next year because we've lost time.
Yes.
Could he make a Christmas miracle happen though? A week from today is Christmas.
You got 1 week, L-Man.
You've been called out. He doesn't listen to the podcast, so he'll never know.
Yeah, he's been called out though. At Trav_is_funny. Will Hami go back to the dunk contest this season? They're not having a dunk contest this season. At JJ_05_. Why can't we be okay and just get good picks from Houston and LA like the Celtics did? Because the Celtics can operate in free agency and the Thunder can't. At Red Sox Rebirth. What are some things to watch for this year when the team is down by 20 and we're getting depressed? Development of guys like Poku, Shea, and Baisley. At Sticky Wizard. I've been hearing a lot of he's one of the best coaches in the NBA. I always assume one of them means top five-ish. Who are actually the top 5 coaches in the NBA? Greg Popovich.
Dang.
What?
You were on a roll and you kind of lost it there.
I did.
So
yeah.
Let's go. Pick it back up. Go.
Doc Rivers. No.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. I'm back. Greg Popovich, Eric Spoelstra, Nick Nurse, Brad Stevens, Rick Carlisle.
Okay. Yep. Ding, ding, ding.
Favorite Christmas movie? Hoping it's not Home Alone.
Why would Home Alone?
Home Alone is a wonderful Christmas movie. However, I prefer Christmas Vacation. At Trav_is_funny. I found a screw in my tire of my work truck. Are y'all miffed and peeved this week or GMB'd this week?
I don't even know what I am. I guess I'm grateful and blessed because I'm still here, man. Every day. Every day is a new day. You never know.
Sarah Lav wants to know, have you tried these? We just picked them up at the store this week. They are Reese's Peanut Butter Cups mystery shapes. I've never had them. They look delightful. Would like to have them. Mom,
Bet they're good.
if you're listening, it seems like a pretty good Christmas gift. I would take them.
Stocking
Stuffer at Only the Earth. Luke, how do you feel about the potential of Bullet Club reforming? He's very excited about it. Last question. App and Elephant King. Are we sure that Hami doesn't need glasses?
He absolutely does not. Now, let me tell you, because if he does, that may improve his play. So he does not need glasses.
Who was it that got LASIK?
Did someone get LASIK?
There was a player that got LASIK. I'm trying to remember. Let us know on Twitter. Thanks for listening to our podcast. You can follow our podcast on Twitter at Down to Dunk. You can follow me on Twitter, Andrew K. Schlecht. Follow Taylor on Twitter at Taylor's 2 cents. Make sure you go to theathletic.com. Yeah, you are. Make sure you go to theathletic.com/down to dunk. You can buy one, gift one. You can give one to a friend or family member. It would be wonderful. And also, we get credit for that. Also, go to Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review if you have the Purple Podcast app. Very easy. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you again on Monday.
Danny Green.
Danny Green.